Chances are you will not just be working on one project at once, so you'll need to be organized. This video covers the options in your project panel, saving and organizing playlists, and sharing your choices with others. In the last two tutorials, I worked on the ocean scene and the chase scene from the same project. Now I want to organize these playlists and keep them together. It is as simple as organizing folders on your computer. Create a new folder by clicking the New Folder button at the bottom of the project pane. Move your existing playlist into the folders you created by clicking and dragging. You can also create new playlists within folders so you can organize your projects right from the start. Folders can store playlists, save searches, and also have subfolders. Once you've been using the system a while, you'll have many more projects and your system will look more like this. Some users like to save past project playlists and save searches in case they want to find a track they'd like to use again. An easy way to do this is to save them in a folder. You can create as many folders and subfolders as you want, just like on your computer. I have some playlists in my wildlife documentary project folder that I'd like to share with my coworkers. If my coworkers are also GovMusic users, they will have the same shared folder I have. I can drag playlists into the shared area, and my coworkers will have immediate access to them. Just dragging the playlist will move it from my personal project area into the shared project area. Once it is there, my coworkers can add and remove tracks from the playlist. If I want to keep a copy in my personal project area, I can hold down the Option key on a Mac and the Alt key in Windows while I drag the playlist, and that will copy it instead of moving it. If you want to share your playlists with people outside your work group, like a client for example, you can create a simple web page for your playlist with just one click. To do this, select the playlist you'd like to share. In this case, I want to share my ocean scene playlist. There are two ways I can do this. Either click the settings gear that appears to the right of your playlist name, or click the @ button and then click OK. That brings up your one-page playlist that you can email to anyone you like. On this page you see two buttons at the top, Email and Edit. Let's talk about the Edit button first. When you click it, an Edit dialog appears. Here, you can change the title of your playlist page. It will keep the name of your playlist if you leave it blank. You'll notice the page header now shows my new title. You can set an expiration date here. If you leave the Link to Source Playlist box checked, then any future changes you make to the playlist in your project pane will also appear on this page. On the right side, you can add or remove fields from the display on your one-page playlist. Clicking and dragging on the Move icon to the left of the field will allow you to change the order of your columns. You can remove a column by clicking the minus sign to the right of the column name. And you can add a column you don't see by selecting it from the column drop-down list and then clicking the plus button to the right of the drop-down. The columns you customized here will be remembered next time you create a playlist one page. When you've got it the way you want it, save your changes by clicking here. Now you can listen to the tracks you've selected. If you're happy with the page, you can click the Email button to send it using our email form. Or simply cut and paste the URL into your own email and send it that way. You can download tracks in many ways, by using the download icon in the results browser, or the same icon in the Now Playing window. You can highlight a folder, playlist, or cue sheet, and use the download icon in the project panel. And the keyboard shortcut D will also download the item in focus. Whether it be a selected track or tracks, a playlist, or a cue sheet, any of these methods will bring up a downloading dialog where you're allowed to choose the file types and download options. Your files will begin downloading when you click your file type, and any organization you did in your project area remains intact. The files will be delivered in a zip file to wherever your computer receives its downloads. If you select Waves, sometimes it may take a few seconds for the downloading to begin, as it creates the zip file for faster delivery. Once you know what tracks you're using in a project, you may need to create a usage report or a cue sheet. Cue sheets are created just like playlists, by clicking on the cue sheet button at the bottom of the project panel. You can select tracks from your playlist and drag them into your cue sheet. Shift-click to select multiple tracks in a continuous list. Or Control-click on Windows or Command-click on a Mac to select multiple tracks that are not next to each other. Simply drag the selected tracks to your cue sheet. Or even drag an entire playlist by dragging the playlist name. You can change the order of your tracks by clicking and dragging from the handle to the left of the name on your track. The numbers will be updated when you refresh the page. When you have the cues in order, double-click Cue Sheet and a form will appear for you to fill in the details you need from your project. You can make manual line item additions by clicking the New button under the list of cues. And you can reorder your cues using the Move handle that appears when you mouse over the cue number. When you have your information filled in, save your changes, then choose the file type you prefer.